we've got to figure out what's wrong with this landscape lighting. This bulb blew, but this light was working. See, that light's on, this light's not. And here's our electrical. So the other thing, you can see that light is on right now, and it shouldn't be because it's the middle of the day. So one of the neighbors said there is a dusk dawn sensor, which we see here. For some reason that's not working. We've got a plug here that powers our, does that run into our irrigation? Yeah. Alright, so here's our multimeter, which we'll use to make sure there's no electricity in anything before I touch it. Electrical panel, which we pop that door off. The reason I'm taking this off is it's just going to be in the way and you won't be able to see anything either, so there we go. What it looks like is that each one of these breakers controls the sets of the lights, and then this must control everything. I'm not sure, because see, here we go. We're going to cut breaker 1. We can see this far light's still on. Breaker number 2 is on, and our bulb is on. Down there, our east set of lights. And then when we kill 3 and 4, you can see that also gets rid of our lights. So we'll also try and figure out, we'll turn everything back on, and then we can see what controls this right here. So we'll do that with volts alternating current. When you're talking about electricity from a plug, that's alternating current. Direct current would be if it's from a battery. So we'll see what we've got here for our voltage. 120 volts, which is what we want. So let's kill number 1. All right, so breaker number 1 controls this outlet here as well. Look it back on. We kill breaker 2, we still have power to this outlet. If we kill breakers 3 and 4, it kills everything. So, all right, so does this tell what our melted off? Breaker 1 is definitely our outlet. So let's do, how's the best way to do this? Okay, well that didn't look very good. I'll do some labels later. Now the other thing we can do with this to test voltage, if we turn this off, NCV stands for non-contact voltage. So basically, electricity and magnetism are very related. Strong enough magnetism can generate electricity, and electricity can generate magnetism. So the way that you can test a current by non-contact voltage, you can tell if electricity is present without touching anything, is because of that property. So I don't pretend to know how it works, but basically, so we can see as we get close to it, there's a, I don't believe you'll be able to see it in the sunlight, but we've got a light here that lights up, and you can hear that alarm. Alright, and these bulbs are brand new. I got new bulbs and replaced them, but they didn't do anything. Hey, look at this little guy. Oh, and as for the backstory, this is, you might recognize it, this is the landscaping in my personal neighborhood. We don't have an HOA, so the city used to take care of it, but they stopped. And so now the, well, no one's really taken over, but I volunteered to kind of head things up. There's our old seal. Oh yeah, see, we're all rusted out there. Okay, so the next thing is power getting here. So now this is live, so we've got to be very careful, or at least it should be live. So we want to measure if voltage is running from our hot wire through our light back down through the neutral. To do that, we're going to switch back to our alternating volts. And we've got 120 volts running through. So the problem might be the light itself. So let's turn the power off. And just to be safe, we're going to test back on volts alternating currents. And we got nothing. Alright, so we're just going to button this back up. And I'm going to have to come back out and replace this, so I'm not overly worried about just leaving this right here. I'll have to screw this back in. This is really just to keep kids away from the wires and I guess any bugs, but I gotta come back and do more here, so there's no sense in buttoning it up tight when you gotta do more work on it. Okay, so this side's getting electricity. We know the light itself is getting electricity. So if it's getting electricity and the bulbs are new, then something in the ballast is busted. And I mean, these things, they're not worth repairing, in my opinion. So we'll just pick up some new LED things from Amazon that we can mount on the top of this and then redo. But just for kicks, we'll go check our other side. So again, we've got our alternating volts and we're touching on the neutral that's running from here to the positive that's running. I got 120 volts. So I think the issue is just these lights. Hey, did you guys time this to come up at the same time? Talk about a coincidence. So now, here's the other thing to remember is this breaker has shut off power from the breaker on, but somewhere in here there is still live wires. So you don't go digging around with your box where it comes in from the electric company, and this is probably the disconnect to this thing right here. So the power comes in from the power company here, and then they run a cable up through here, and that cable is live right now because this is on. Where the cable runs into these breakers, well, I told you we shouldn't be putting, and here I am waving around. Where it runs into these breakers, from there on, it's off, but there is, again, like I said, live wire here. So this guy has got a retaining nut there, which so I really shouldn't be doing this because it could just pop off, but okay, so that's all rusted. So we'll just get a new dusk to dawn sensor, and we'll ask the power company one day to come out and just kill it right here so I can get that safe. All right, so I need a dusk to dawn sensor. We can see it wires in here, and that would kill power to everything. 3-wire. It just screws in there. We need some more of these retaining nuts. And we need to contact the power company. gonna need new lights for these. We might as well just get new ones for that too. We need retaining nuts, a new dusk to dawn sensor, and we'll have to schedule some time with the power company to come out. I think that's everything. Did we turn everything back on? No, I'm just gonna leave it off. We aren't running the sprinklers right now because of the season, so that being off isn't gonna hurt anything. And that's it. That's how you troubleshoot electrical for a landscaping monument.